television.
It's time.
Liver than live from Stage 29, the funkiest place on earth, where Hollywood meets the hood. It's the Arsenio Hall Show starring Arsenio Hall. Joining the Nightmare Gang, Paula Abdul, Muhammad Ali, Roseanne Arnold, Mayor Tom Bradley, Bobby Brown, the cast of Cheers, Donkey Abe, President Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Bill Cosby, Tom Cruise, Billy Ray Cyrus, Leah Valeria, Robert De Niro, Dr. Dre, Chris Crazy Legs Fonseca, Whitney Houston, Ice-T, Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, Elton John, Irvin Magic Johnson, Patti LaBelle, Sugar Ray Leonard, Dennis Miller, Eddie Murphy, Shaquille O'Neal with Bruce Dickens, Diana Ross, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jerry Seinfeld, Brooke Shields, Sinbad, Elizabeth Taylor, Mike Tyson, David Wayans, Dr. Ruth Westheimer, Robin Williams, and Oprah Winfrey. You made the A-list, so join the party. It's Arsenio
Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate you being here, mostly because I'm the only one here. But, you know, these shows have had more surprises than a blind date with the Crying Game's Jay, hey, surprised I have a penis, Davidson. I mean, constantly unpredictable. We like it that way around here. So here are a few of the surprises that you've probably seen in 998 shows. Kick it, Sandy. It's Arsenio!
Well, thank you. Nice to be here. Thank you. Can you give up a little for my possums?
You've been the inspiration of a lot of people. I brought some other people, some other interviewers who are going to help me out because you're an inspiration to them, too. Fellas, come here for a minute.
This is so fun.
Who would have won if you fought this man in your prime?
I was a dancing master.
Yeah, you were a dancer. You moved.
I wasn't that powerful. I was so fast.
Uh-huh.
If he hit me, it's best if he catching me.
Yeah. What would you say, Mike?
I by no means, I'm vain. I know I'm great, but can I tell you something?
Uh-huh.
In this situation, every head must bow, every tongue must confess. This is the greatest of all time.
So I'm out on this date last night, okay? We're going to this restaurant, and, ooh, my tie is up. And wasn't out last night. And when I, Good night, thank you. So, have you been watching the show?
Yes, I been watching the show.
And you know I've been lying.
Yeah, big time. You've been lying big time. But I don't know why you just don't tell them the truth. I mean, tell them that I'm having your baby.
Hello. How's everybody? Oh, man. Ted, who's the best kisser? Ted, no, Ted. Ted. Not these two. No, not Ted.
Would you like to hear put your mouth on me?
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yeah, it sure would. Your band don't know that song, do they? No, don't you play a note of it. We're gonna play Party all the time.
Michael Jackson. As if you didn't know.
It was like when he first came out, y'all didn't quite, but y'all was like, that's a looking like that. Yeah. And then when he got right about this one, I said, hey, that ain't no lookalike.
You know what? This is not planned, so I swear to God, I don't know what I'm saying.
You got to talk to Michael. You got to talk
Mike.
something.
What key? Q, baby, Q.
If she sings, y'all will catch up with her.
What's something, though? Hey, Cos, baby, I'm hoarse. No, I'm not. Sing. I mean, play. Go. Looking now on the morning rain. Lord, I don't know why I chose this song. Oh, but when I had to face another day, Lord John, you make me feel so inspired. Just before the day I met you, yes, life was so unkind. Audience, you're the key to my peace of mind. You make me feel, yeah. You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman.
Boy. Thank you. Be sure to check us out tomorrow when we'll celebrate our 1,000th show at the Hollywood Bowl with Madonna, Naughty by Nature, featuring Heavy D, Marsha Warfield doing stand-up, Duran Duran, and a whole lot of surprises. I promise you it's going to be slamming. We'll be right back.
Coming up next, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Janet Jackson, Ice-T, Robert De Niro, and Robin Williams.
In the mirror, you know, it's, what's up?
I want you to kiss me.
I haven't washed my lips since that night. Big night, big night. You know, when I was a kid, I decided to do a talk show because I love to talk. I can talk about anything. I just love to talk. I can talk about talking. If you throw me a subject, I can talk about any subject you throw at me.
Arsenio, would you please stop talking? I want to see Arnold.
Oh. Okay, here's Arnold and a whole lot more. Please welcome Arnold Schwarzenegger.
This man is the Terminator of the late night TV. So therefore, I have a little gift here for him, just to make him as one of us. Come on, here are the glasses. Put that on
Now, this
first.
is the biggest movie of the summer?
This is the biggest movie of the summer.
Okay.
Okay? So put this on, take the jacket off, be cool.
Okay.
Come on now.
My eyelashes are hitting the glass.
You are the Terminator of late night TV. All right, here. Come on. 5.
Come sit, man. Come sit. Yes.
All right.
Now I just need to pick.
Well, I have to admit, this jacket looks like a raincoat on you, but what the hell?
Oh, he's starting already.
All you have to do is gain 20 pounds, and here's the before picture.
The name Schwarzenegger. What does it mean?
It means, translated, it means black plowman. A plower, someone that plows. Black plowman.
Once again, I'll let you play the monologue home game and come up with your own joke. Oh, that I didn't expect that.
Yes.
So, Schwarzen means...
Schwarzen is black.
And Neger means...
And Ecke.
Farmer?
Yeah, farmer. Ecke, not Neger. Ecke. Because people pronounce it the wrong way here a lot of times. They say Schwarzenegger, which I understand because in English things are different, you know. That's
Plus, they use the word so much in private, they just slip.
They get confused, exactly. But it is actually, the right pronunciation is Schwarzenegger. That's the right pronunciation.
Yeah.
It's black plowman. So we are related.
Yes. Have you had to work on your accent since you've been here?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I came here in the beginning. The first movie I've ever done, which was Hercules in New York, I was dubbed because no one could understand what I was saying. And it was wild. So then, when I was determined, when I finished with bodybuilding, and I wanted to go into acting and become a good actor and the box office success and all those things, I said to myself, I have to do the same thing for acting what I've done to bodybuilding, which is I have to work on it 4 or 5 hours a day. And so I took acting lessons, and I took speech lessons and accent removal lessons. There's this guy, Robert Easton, who is the dialect coach and speech coach and speech doctor. And he was sitting with me for hours practicing all those things. I remember one time, we in Germany have the problem that we say, instead of wine, we say Wein.
Right.
You know, the W becomes a V sound, and the V sound becomes an F sound, and everything gets mixed up, and no one understands it because of it. So I was sitting there for hours with this guy, sitting. A fine wine grows on a vine. So there's an F and the W and a V in it. Yeah. And then I remember that, that with the Z and the C, you know, the S, the zinc is made out of zinc. Yeah. The zinc is made out of zinc. The fine wine grows in a vine. The zinc is made out of zinc. You know what I'm saying?
So incredible on stage. Michael has the same quality. Incredible on stage, and off stage, so shy.
God, I don't know what you want me to say. I don't.
What did she say? What did she say?
It's a lie.
Oh, she's not really this shy?
No, I honestly, I'm not shy. When I first get to know people, I'm sort of quiet. But after you get to know me, it's like, shut up, Jan.
And you're probably shy around me because you've heard the LaToya jokes.
Oh, God.
No.
Let me say one thing. Right now, you know, I'm listening to Ollie North. Okay, they got this thing in America called sedition. You mean that there's no free speech here. If you say something against the government, they could take you to jail. But yet, until this country was founded on revolution, we just celebrated 4th of July, you know, which is when it went down. Paul Revere basically was riding a horse saying the police is coming, the police is coming. The Star Spangled Banner was written about a shootout with the police. If we hadn't went head up with the police as America, we'd still be bowing to the Queen. So now they still telling me that I can't say anything that's in a remotely bit revolutionary. That's very contradictory to what this country was founded upon. You know what I'm saying?
You want to tell him what happened?
Well,
He was supposed to be here last Friday night, and
I was doing a scene with Robin Williams, and he, just a freak accident. His elbow hit my nose and broke it, and we could actually hear it on the soundtrack. And
ouch!
But my nose was broken before when I was a kid, so actually he straightened it out.
Oh, yeah, I broke De Niro's nose. Yeah, look at me, I'm raging Mork. That was a very sad moment. It was an accident. It was one of these things. Sure, it was. We were supposed to do a scene where I was supposed to restrain him, and all of a sudden my elbow came up and hit his nose, and there was a noise like a chicken bone breaking. And ever then, I saw all of his roles passing before me, you know. I saw him and Taxi Driver going, "Hey, are you looking at me?" "No, I swear to God, man." And I hit the ground. I go, "Oh, please. Oh, forgive me, Mama." All of a sudden, the Godfather, "Say you're sorry, go." It was a frightening moment, because basically he said that his doctor actually said that I fixed his nose, which was great, thank you. I put it back in place after Raging Bull, so now he's like a wasp, which is fabulous.
Coming up next, Bill Cosby, Jerry Seinfeld, Sinbad, and Damon Wayans.
Ho Chi Minh. I mean, wouldn't Ho Chi Minh be a better name for a woman? Hit me 3 times, Peter.
Over the years, Stage 29 has been the place to stand up and be funny. Whether it's a first-time television shot for a newcomer or a legend working out, we've shared a lot of laughs.
My wife and I, 27 years, you all applauded for. You probably think everything is just smooth. You see us walk, oh, there they are. We argue, man. We can get on each other's nerves. Do you understand me? I can do 2 hours on, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah. So to my wife. And my wife can do 3 hours on, then what is your point?
By the way, I know it's not politically correct to call myself handicapped. I should call myself physically challenged or developmentally disabled, but I don't have that kind of time.
This is out. That's where we are right now. We're all out, aren't we? You felt like going out. You wanted to go out. You made the plans, you made the calls, you got it together, and now we're out. You made the choices. You picked out the clothes. These are the outfits for tonight. We can't change them. We're all out. Why do you go out? It's a lot of work, so you can stand around and go, we got to be getting back.
Nice lesbian, okay? I wouldn't. I can't call myself lesbian. I can't use that word. I hate that word. It's such a technical, clinical word, isn't it? Isn't it? It sounds like someone you call to repair things in your home, doesn't it? It's like, honey, the refrigerator's on the fritz. Better get the lesbian. I can't do it. And I won't call myself a homosexual either. Because that would be gross. It would be gross. I think of that word homosexual much like I think of the word Negro. You know what I mean? It's like, let's go down to the river and sing some old homosexual spirituals. Somewhere.
Interesting childhood. I was born with a club foot. I had to wear orthopedic shoes as a child, which I hated. I had a shoe with a heel this thick on it. Now, this is before Shaft movies. I'm walking around with shoes like this, And I had a brace that went up around here, so I used to walk with a limp. I used to walk like this, Thank God I lived in the ghetto, right? Because the people that didn't know me thought I was cool. They see me come like, hey, man, check out this brother's walk, man. He must be in a gang or something. Look at this. And I used to get into fights as a kid, I was always fighting because the other kids would tease me about my shoes, And I didn't like to fight. Actually, I couldn't fight. I don't know, I guess you just don't find too many handicapped bullies out there, You never see this in the schools like, I said give me your lunch money. And you better have it tomorrow, I'm gonna kick your ass. You never see like a whole gang of them, It's like, uh-oh, here come the Crips.
I
had to take my daughter to the hospital because she put 75 raisins in her nose. Explain to me what makes you put a raisin in your nose. Maybe one raisin. I understood. Maybe one raisin. Once you can't breathe anymore, why you put 74 more raisins up your nose? And I gotta go to the emergency room, embarrass myself. Other children got good accidents, been hit by cars. Stuff fell on them. I'm standing there.
She has raisins in her nose. We'll be right back with Roseanne Arnold, Elizabeth Taylor, Tom Cruise, and Oprah Winfrey.
Still a little teary. When I was a young child and I needed money, I could always find spare change under the couch cushions when Mom's guests left. Did you all do that? Did you ever go looking for money? Yes. Okay, now I have a talk show and I do all my stuff right here near the couch. I have the wealthiest people in show business coming by. Look what Oprah left. I found this after Oprah left. Yes. I'm paid. Check some of this out. What's Tom's official job over there?
Over where? At home or?
Well, I think at home, you know, we kind of know what he does at home. That's how, that was my first joke about, you know, how you and Tom get it on, you know. But
What did you say?
Well,
what did you say?
Oh, you don't want to know. It wasn't a bad joke. It was like, it was about a new ride at Magic Mountain. No. And I said, it's a wild ride, but it's nothing like the one Tom Arnold takes every night, you know? And that's a good joke. Wait a minute. Now that's a good joke because you can do the same joke about Jasmine Guy's boyfriend. I said a wild ride, you know? And it's like, you know, but then you did the triangle head thing. I'm so sensitive about the shape of my head.
Are you?
Call me triangle head.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was so traumatic.
Because I saw you go on TV and say that they computed it and it was actually like what, a rectangle or?
Well, it was, what did they call me, a trapezoid head? Some guy at UCLA. Yeah, I was like, thanks, I need this scientist. He was like, no, she was wrong. You're a trapezoid head, you know? And I'm like, oh, great. And the Jim Neighbors thing, I didn't even know anybody knew I lived with Jim Neighbors. But anyway, you know.
No, we all know ourselves.
See, now, first of all, some people are saying, what does that mean, Jim Neighbors? The other people are saying, he does? You know, it's kind of a frightening joke. And I hear in this HBO thing, it hasn't come out yet, but you got an HBO special coming.
Yeah, and an album and stuff.
I hear you
I closed my whole show with just like reaming you like you've never been reamed before. But I did it before, you know, it's like way before we made up and, you know, so, but I can't take it back, you know, so.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a clip. She dogs me hard. You know, she calls me like, you Eddie Murphy reject, I forgot, something like that, a Kmart Eddie Murphy or something.
No, I did not.
Something like that.
I said Eddie Murphy kiss ass.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when we went to People's Choice, I wasn't with anybody but our kids, so. I wanted to duke it out with you, though.
Really?
Yeah, I kept on looking at you up there getting your award and going, all right, good job. That's when I was mad, though.
I looked over on my left and saw you, and I wanted it to end.
You did?
I was hoping you'd smile or something.
Oh, sure!
I'm serious!
You're begging for people to be on your side.
No, I'm not begging for people to be on my side.
You didn't look at me and hope it was over. You
Roseanne,
did that
do you
very
realize,
night.
let me tell you, do you realize that, like you said, it wasn't like you were someone that I don't know.
Yeah.
You and I have stood on stage and worked together. We walked out on stage holding hands. How could you think that I wanted to feel like I was feeling?
Well, how could you think that I did?
I didn't say you did. You just... I'm not a bad guy. There's not a mean person inside me.
They're me neither.
Yeah, but, you know,
Well, I'm glad that we're talking, and when I came over to see you and everything, I was real happy since then.
Yeah. Now you don't fight with me
No,
anymore?
No, I'm not going to fight with you anymore.
Who
I'll go on to somebody else. So.
I like your pumps.
I like your jewels. wanted to hear. Do it again.
Oh, the
please.
barking?
I love it.
You will probably love him even more if I tell you this. Didn't you say someplace you would spend 24 hours a day with your woman, Nicole, if you could?
Absolutely.
Some kind of guy, huh? Now,
48 if there are 48 hours in a day.
well, you know, I mean, we say those kind of things because they sound good, but, I mean, is it really, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you're that in love.
It's great, you know. I mean, she's my best friend. We have a great time together.
See? That's wonderful. And when you say stuff like that, ladies want you even more, you know? Because they know you're a good guy, you know? They know you're a good guy. Now, when you all are together, what do you do? I was talking to Liz Taylor about going shopping and stuff. You all don't go shopping or anything.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
Oh, stop, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Supermarket and malls and stuff?
Absolutely. We go to the movies together. We do everything.
And you stand in line or you sneak through the back door?
No, we stand in line, you know. Sometimes the manager sees us and he'll let us in, and, you know, we still pay, though.
I take the show every day and watch it when I get home at night.
You do?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You take my show?
I'm little Oprah. I gotta watch it.
Nice.
I watched you one night, and you talked about, and you didn't get into it because you probably didn't want to take the focus and place it on yourself, but you talked about a store that wouldn't unlock the door and let you in. Would you tell them about that and then expound on it?
Oh, okay. I was shopping in New York. This was a couple of years ago. And it's actually happened to me twice. I was shopping in New York. And I'm a black belt shopper. Quincy says I am a black belt certified. Listen, I'm on the street. Shop owners get happy. Come on in. I was went into the store, went to ring the doorbell in the store, and I was with Andre, my hairdresser, and we saw the people in the store, but they were doing this, like go away. So I said, ring it again. And we rang it again, and they wouldn't let us in. So then we went across the street. I said, there must be something wrong. I have to call and see if they're open. So we called, and I said, I'm just calling to see if you're open. And they said, oh, yes, we're open. What time do you close? And they said, oh, we close at 6 o'clock. So I said, something's wrong, Andre. Let's go back across the street, because they're open. And we saw these two white ladies coming out. And when we went to ring the buzzer again, they wouldn't let us in. And so I thought, I think this is a racist moment I'm experiencing here. I couldn't believe it. And Andre's going, oh, yeah, it's racist, all right. It's racist. I'm telling you, it's racist. I can't believe this is happening. So this was in New York, and I went back to Chicago, and I called and said, look, I had some problems with getting in your store today. And they said, oh, we were taking inventory. Miss Winfrey, we were taking inventory. And I said, oh, no, you weren't taking inventory because I called. And then I saw these other women coming out of the store. So after a long conversation, I called the president of the company. The president of the company, wait a minute, starts apologizing to me and explained to me that they had been robbed by some black people, and that therefore that the store owner had been very upset, and that's why I wasn't let in the store. And would I like to come in and have anything I wanted ever in the world? And I said, no, thank you, I won't become your store.
Coming up next, Magic Johnson and President Bill and Hillary Clinton.
Yes. Oh, boy. We've had some serious moments here, some interviews which I wish I never had to do, but I guess that's all a part of it. And, Sandy, you can kick this tape if you'd like. I guess the first question I should ask you is that you called and said, I want to come on. Why?
Well, I think that the message is clear that I want everybody to understand that having the HIV virus, that I want everybody to practice safe sex, and that's using condoms and be aware of what's going on. Because as I was talking to the doctors the last couple of days, they were telling me it's like 1 million people out here that have this virus and don't even know it. You see, and so that's why I really went out yesterday and publicly said I had it, and because I want to educate the public. And we don't have to run from it. We don't have to be ashamed of it. What we just have to do is just make people aware of what's happening. And so if I can come out and educate not only
you know, the young people, but I also have to educate the black community.
My dad was a preacher. I used to say, Dad, why does God let bad things happen to good people? And, you know, and he used to try to explain things to me. Have you at any point said to yourself, why me?
Well, I think you always say that when it first happened, but it only took me 5 or 10 minutes to understand why. You know, through basketball, God put me here for that. And I've been able to hopefully ruin that myth of athletes, dumb jocks.
Mm-hmm.
And they seen that I've taken what I've accomplished on the court and turned it into great business interests. And so whatever happens to me, I mean, right now, I don't have to work a day in my life, ever.
Right.
You see, and my wife would be well taken care of, that whole thing. So God said, okay, we did that. We educated the athletes in terms of telling themselves, hey, you can be an athlete, but also have a brain and get into business. Now he's taking me and say, okay, let's educate the public on what's going on with this HIV virus. And so I'm not fearing it. I'm not down. I'm here. Say, hey, I got it, but I'm going to live on. And you don't have to run from me like, oh, here come magic. Uh-oh. You know, you don't have to do all that. You can still give me my hugs, my high five, my kisses, and say, yeah, you taking your medicine, you all right, you've been working out, because that's what I need. You know, just you to be you, looking out after me. I don't need anything else. You don't have to feel sorry for me, because if I die tomorrow, I've had the greatest life that anybody can ever imagine. Now, I think instead of living for yourself and your family, now I'm living for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know?
And we talked about this. We're going to make sure you live forever.
Oh, I know you will. I know you will.
Irvin Magic Johnson, the marvelous new militancy which has engulfed the Negro community, must not lead us to a distrust of all white people. For many of our white brothers, as evidenced by their presence here today, have come to realize that their destiny is tied up with our destiny.
Well, I'm missing some of my audience and I'm missing some of my guests, but we're going to do a show. Yes. Thank you for all coming. I'm sitting with the mayor of Los Angeles, Tom Bradley. Yes.
We saw parents, mothers, bringing their little children into these stores that had been ripped open and having the kids help them put the stolen goods into their baskets and into their cars. What kind of a lesson is that to teach to a youngster? That's what made me so sad today.
And the posse. Boy, oh boy. I don't know if I said that yet, but I'm glad you're here. It's a pleasure having him sit in with the posse and play sax. It's good to see a Democrat blowing something other than the election. And I know you've been through this a billion times, but can we get into the smoking the joint thing again?
That's why I played saxophone. You see, you have to blow into it, so you have to inhale with a saxophone or you die. That's how I learned to inhale, playing my saxophone. You blow out, and then you have to inhale. Now, hey, I try.
One for Bill.
Hey. I tried to do it. I just couldn't. I wasn't trying to get off the hook, you know. I was just making a nervous remark.
Okay, let's go, because I've heard different people discuss it, and I've done my jokes. Okay, you got the joint in your hand.
I bet you burned me.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, somebody says, you know, that word EAR, you all heard it in college, ear. And, That's what happened. Somebody says, ear. And then what do you do at that point?
I took it, and I tried to smoke it just like a cigarette. But I'd never smoked a cigarette before.
Mm-hmm. And you're not a drinker either, right?
No, well, I never had a drink till I was 22. I do now a little bit, but not much.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I did my best. I mean, I tried, but I just couldn't inhale it. I mean, I wasn't trying to get a good conduct medal for saying I didn't inhale. I was just nervously pointing out that it was another one of those things I tried to do and failed at in life. I gave it. I was 22 or 23 years old. I gave it my very best shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I really tried. I just
I know how it is dealing with the press. If you could explain it over again the first time, would you do it any differently?
Yeah, I'd have just said yes.
Tell young America and anybody in America who's watching why they should vote for this man.
Because he's got the right combination of a great heart and a great mind, and he understands what's at stake in this country. And if he were not convinced that we could do better and that he could inspire people, particularly young people, to feel good about themselves and to be committed again to this country, he wouldn't be in this race. But he is, and he can. And that's what we need more than anything to get America back on the right track.
I'm not here to tell you who to vote for, but vote for somebody. This is Hillary. This is Bill. The Clinton family.
We'll be right back with the music of Bobby Brown, Elton John, Dr. Dre, Billy Ray.
Piper, when I'm out there hooping, yo, you better touch the cipher. In other words, you better make a funky decision. Cause I'ma be a jackknife and cut you in position. Forget Tony, damn, I'm the boss. When it comes to money, I'm like Dick the Boss. That was the first big meat bird this morning. Not a Christian later, not a Lonzo morning. That's okay, not being your braggadocious. Super califragilistic, shack is halitosis. Since I gotta go, I ain't no joke. Now slam it, jam it, and make sure it's broke. Yes, man. Yeah.
One of the things about the show that I'm most proud of is I've been able to present all types of music. I've had white singers. I've had black singers. I've had white singers who think they're black. I've had black singers who think they're white. I've had male singers who think they're female singers. Oh, it gets deep. It's music's United Nations. See for yourself.
Why you always talk about me? Tell me why. Why you always Arsenio, we are here.
Cocoa Hall are done by you. Some things look better, baby, just passing through. And it's no sacrifice, just a simple word. It's two hearts living in two separate worlds. But it's no sacrifice, no sacrifice. It's no sacrifice at all.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping, but I definitely got caught, cause my people kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You never been on a ride like this before, with a producer who can rap and control the maestro. At the same time with the dope rhyme that I kick, you know and I know I flow some old funky. To add to my collection, this selection symbolizes dope. Take a toke, but don't choke. If you do, you have no clue of what me and the homie Snoop Dogg came to do. It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this.
fill my heart. I've been fooled for one night. Came a little caught in the slamming door. How about some information, please? Straight up now, tell me, do you really want love me forever? Am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now, tell me it's gonna be you and me together. Are you just having fun?
Traffic reigns through continent.
Yes, yes. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you joining me for a look at the past, but I'm not finished yet. I plan to be around as long as you want me. Absolutely. Be sure to check me out tomorrow night for a slam in celebration of 1,000 shows at the Hollywood Bowl. Peace. Thing number one.